Hello Shivam, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. About you?
I'm also good. So, can you give brief introduction about yourself to our audience?
Yeah, so hi Rohit, I am Shivam Agarwal and currently I am pursuing my 5-year dual degree course that is BTech plus MTech in Information Technology from Triple IT Gwalior. So, being a technological enthusiast, I love to solve various problems, and these enthusiasm has led me to explore various technologies like web development and blockchain. So continuous participations and events and hackathons had motivated me to further proceed in this. And apart from these, I had previously worked with Expedia Group as a summer intern, and I had also worked with InMoney and Trell. These are the India's fastest growing startup. So this is about my experience.
So that's nice introduction. So, I'm talking about Expedia Group. How you came to know about this opportunity, and is it on
Sure.
campus or off campus?
Sure. So basically, my Expedia internship is off campus. So it's basically started in 2020 December. So I had come through an opportunity on interview bit. They are organizing an coding event which is being sponsored by Expedia Group. At that time, I in my second year. So the description of that platform is key. Anyone is scoring the good rank in that particular competition is giving a pre-placement offer from Expedia directly. But at that time, I was not that eligible for that. So I had secured a great rank there. And the recruiter of Expedia Group had contacted us. I think about 30 to 40 people are there. They had contacted us for the early career program in Expedia, which is being started in 2021 September. And the program included various seminars, workshop by Expedia. They had given us a mentor which guided throughout our process and tell us what exactly happened in Expedia Group. And after that, recruiter told us we will receive an interview link for the summer Expedia internship opportunity. Then we had a link in HackerRank, and we have to solve three coding questions. The questions was medium lead code, and I was able to solve all the three questions, and then I was shortlisted for the interviews. And first, so I had given three interviews for the Expedia Group, and first one is more of a DSA type. So the interviewer asked me two medium hard lead code question. I was able to solve both of them, and the second round was like a low level design pattern. So they had asked me one of the questions, one of the problem they had been working on. So it's more of a, there is no proper solution for that round, but we have to discuss is what can be the improvement and how can you approach for that problem. And I was able to the interviewer in that round is pretty much satisfied with my answer. And in the third round, it happened to it, like it want to be an HR round, but somehow and it was medium lead code. I was able to solve all the two questions. So yeah, that was my interview experience of Expedia.
Okay, so let's talk about everything in detail. So, if I talk about the first round, first coding round, can you discuss the
Yeah,
difficulty
sure.
level and which topic actually asked? Like from graph, tree, DP. So first round, if you talk about the first round in detail, talk about in detail every round.
Sure. Yeah. Sure, sure. So in my first round, I had given medium to hard lead code DSA question. So the topic of DSA question that was asked from me was dynamic programming. It was a pretty common question, but they had some added some more difficulty in that.
Follow-up question.
So the first question around DP, and second question was, yeah, sorry.
Second question was, go ahead.
Yeah, second question was from tree. So tree topic though, so that was pretty simple. We have to do in order traversal in there. So they had added some kind of difficulty too in that, but the basic crux of the problem is we have to do the in order traversal. So this is about my first round.
Okay. So let's discuss about the second round in detail.
Sure. So in second round, as I told earlier, I had asked low level design question. So I not given any. I am not prepared for any type of thing like low level design, but I had some pretty concept clears of object oriented programming language. So he asked me some problem that they are working on. So he asked me to build some classes and object and told me how to approach that problem. It's basically some kind of mapping is used in there and inheritance concept. He asked abstraction, polymorphism, some this kind of thing. So this is about the low level design question. And I think if anybody's concept of oops are clear, then he should able to crack that round.
Okay. So that's nice. So now the main question is like when you started your coding journey and what roadmap you followed, like all the resources you followed for the preparation of your Expedia group or any coding journey.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's start from the first year itself. So when I was in my first year, everyone was like hard coding on Code Chef, Code Forces. But I was very new to the programming, so I started with the basics. I like follow some kind of tutorials on YouTube and make crux on the syntax of C++ language. Then I started solving problems on HackerRank, and I think I solved about 6 months from there. I totally solved HackerRank question. I didn't focus on Code Chef and Code Forces. Then after I come to an hackathon where I learn about web development, so that interested me a lot. So I started working and learning on these concepts. So I started learning React.js, JavaScript, all the backend part, Node.js. So from like participated in many hackathons, and yeah, I had improved my web development part. Then I got into DSA in the lockdown period when COVID hit. So we have a lot of time in there. So I had explored blockchain, and from there I had made 2 or 3 great projects, and these projects I had presented in hackathons, and I was able to win 2 of them, and 2 of them are national level hackathon. So that's my blockchain journey, and in the last year I finally started preparing for the interviews. So I focused on 4 subjects. So I follow various tutorials on YouTube. There are many things available, and you can start preparing for that. I had started with oops, that is object oriented programming language, operating system, computer networks, and DBMS, that is database management system. And I also started preparing lead code questions. That is very important for the interview process. And I think many of the companies ask directly from the lead code. So I will probably suggest you should solve at least 100 to 200 questions on lead code. That will give a good grasp of that. And parallelly, I had given mock interviews on interview bit. So that actually helped me a lot, because if you are able to solve the problem, but if you are not able to convey that how you
Yeah.
approach that problem, so the whole point of solving the DSA question will not make sense. So with solving problem and able to interact with the interviewer is a total format or total for solving the interviews. So you can do that. And I in my I also started with code forces somehow, but I didn't continue that for some reason. So yeah, that's my whole coding and programming journey.
So that's a nice journey how you started from like hacker rank, how you moved to blockchain, and then you move again to interview bit and lead code for practice. So in this way, anyone can prepare the complete journey, that you have to focus on core subject, projects, and
Yeah,
the main part is data structures and algorithms. So now the thing is like lots of student facing
yeah,
rejections
yeah.
nowadays, mainly for 2023 batch. So like in the last 2 months, they face lots of rejections in
Yeah.
off campus and on campus both. So how you can like how we can how we can make up our mind like after facing lots of rejection, we will continue our journey, and at last we will like at least one or two company will crack in future.
Yeah, so for that, I will suggest कि rejections are a part of a life. Uh, हर दिन अच्छा नहीं होता है. So you probably have to wait for the right opportunities. Let's suppose if you are not getting an interview and if you are not getting an offer from any company, probably a better company is waiting for you. I will probably suggest कि you should focus on instead of getting की nervous हो रहे हो interview के लिए, just focus on thing and move on from the past opportunity. Just focus on कि कितना और हम लोग better कर सकते हैं अपने आप को. So yeah, that's the whole crux कि rejections are a part of life and you have to face it, but right opportunity is probably waiting for you.
एंड वन मोर लास्ट थिंग, लाइक रिसेशन के कारण क्या हुआ है कि बहुत सारे बच्चे बोल रहे हैं कि 2022 में हायरिंग तो हो गया उनका और जॉब लग गया, क्या मेरा जॉब लगेगा, क्या फिर से उतनी नई कंपनी हायर करेगी, क्या हम लोग का जॉबलेस रह जाएंगे। तो इसलिए मुझे डेली लगभग 10 या 15 मैसेज आता है कि कैसे हम लोग रिसेशन को हैंडल करें, हम लोग रिसेशन पे ध्यान दें या फिर प्रिपरेशन पे ध्यान दें, किधर साइड ध्यान दें। तो इसमें क्या कहना है, व्हाट्स योर टेक?
uh, yeah, so yeah, so recession is like हमारा उस पे कंट्रोल नहीं है. It's like कि it's all about luck. अगर आपका थोड़ा इधर उधर हो रहा है तो कोई ना, just move on and start preparing for other companies. Probably the same stuff कि वो company तुम्हारे लिए नहीं होगी and better opportunity is waiting for you. Again the same concept. So I think recession is not in our hands. So we just have to move on if anything is faced like that. And
बेसिकली
tech industry is like you always has to learn something new. It's not about कि एक बार placement हो गया so you just sit and
या
chilling down. You always try to learn something new. Just try to improve on yourself. So yeah, that's the whole point.
okay, that was nice. So can you give any outro for the student, any advice, any one tip?
So I advice, don't rush into like कि सब लोग सीपी कर रहे हैं तो मैं भी सीपी करूँगा. जस्ट एक्सप्लोर एवरीथिंग एंड फॉलो योर माइंड कि जो चीज़ तुम्हें अच्छी लग रही है फॉलो दैट and start doing that. Like in my case, in my college everyone was like कि चलो सीपी करते हैं, सीपी करते हैं. But I was like I'm not getting any interest in that कि करो. Like I was like कि ऐसी चीज करें जो सामने दिखे and that really making an impact on some real world problem. So I started with web development somehow and blockchain like. So it's like कि instead of going through the lot of students, just focus on yourself. तुम्हें किस पे interest आ रहा है. And one more thing, please make your basic concepts clear because the basic concept from every core subjects or DSA that's really help in your full time opportunities. And yeah, just every day learn a new thing, improve yourself, and yeah, that's my goal.
Thank you very much, Shivam Agarwal, for your wonderful insights, like how you started probably from first year to last year, you maintained the consistency and finally you grabbed the Expedia Group job. Congratulations once again. एंड जैसा कि आपने कहा कि मेन
Yeah,
चीज हम
thanks.
लोग को कि किसी के पीछे नहीं भागना है, कि अगर मेरा 10 दोस्त सीपी कर रहा है तो मैं भी सीपी करूंगा, या फिर 10 वेब डेवलपमेंट कर रहा है तो मैं भी वेब
Yeah,
डेवलपमेंट में ही जाऊंगा।
yeah,
तो अपना एक्सप्लोर करना और इंटरेस्ट फाइंड करना है, तब जाके मजा भी आएगा। ऐसे अगर दूसरे का
exactly.
देखा देखी करेंगे तो शायद वो ईयर बर्बाद हो जाए, कि पूरा साल
Yeah,
सीपी किए, दोस्त ग्रो कर गया और वो ग्रो कर ही नहीं पाया,
yeah,
स्टार्टिंग
that,
वहीं का वहीं फंस गया। तो फिर वो बोलेगा कि कंसिस्टेंसी भी था,
yeah,
हार्डवर्क भी था, फिर भी कुछ हुआ ही नहीं वहाँ। तो वहाँ पे ये है कि ब्लाइंडली डू नॉट फॉलो एनीथिंग, Just focus on
yeah,
yourself and do not compare with anyone. Thank you very much, Shivam
yeah,
Agarwal. We will do lot of
yeah,
more podcasts in
yeah.
futures about different
Yeah.
topics.
Also,
Yes.
yeah, sure.
So
So I want to add one more thing. So, like, I want to add one more thing.
yes, yes.
Can I?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So ऐसा भी नहीं है कि अब तुम सो फोर ईयर इन कॉलेज ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम सिर्फ पढ़ाई करो, सिर्फ डीएसए करो, सिर्फ कोर सब्जेक्ट पढ़ो. इट्स लाइक कि यू मस्ट हैव टू एक्सप्लोर द कॉलेज लाइफ टू. एंड believe me, these 4 year is the most important part of your life. In the future opportunities or in the future you will like explore or think about it. And यहाँ पे तुम लोग क्लब्स में पार्ट लो, इवेंट्स में पार्ट लो, एंड जितना भी फेस्ट वगैरह हो रहा है, प्लीज टेक पार्ट. ऐसा नहीं है सिर्फ रूम में बंद हुए हो एंड वो कर रहे हो. प्लीज टेक पार्ट इन दैट. I too was a part of an Utthan, that's an triple ITM club, and it's basically focused on journalism and recreational activities in institute. So I was like very active throughout the club, and I think that's the one of the most interesting thing happened to me. So I was able to grow from that club. I was able to interact with my seniors, and these seniors helped me a lot in my future activities too. So yeah, you must explore your college life too.
या बेसिकली यू हैव टू एक्सप्लोर ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, क्योंकि कॉलेज लाइफ में आता है और वो बहुत ही लंबा पीरियड है वेयर
Yeah,
यू नो योरसेल्फ हु यू आर एंड वेयर यू आर
yeah,
इंटरेस्टेड. ऐसा नहीं कि कोडिंग में ही जाना है, हो सकता है
yeah,
वहां से तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट कहीं
yeah,
और आ जाए. लॉट्स ऑफ पीपल की कहीं कहीं ड्रामा एक्टिविटी में चले जाते हैं, या फिर उनका वहीं से इंटरेस्ट फोटोग्राफी में हो जाता है,
yeah.
तो वो अपना पूरा पाथ ही बदल देते हैं. तो एक्सप्लोर योरसेल्फ, और
Yeah,
पीछे नहीं भागो कंपटीशन के, बस वहां पे है कि अपना एक्सप्लोर करो और टाइम दो, हर चीज को बैलेंस करके चलो. दैट्स मेन थिंग आई ऑल्सो लर्न फ्रॉम
yeah,
माई
yeah,
कॉलेज, कि किसी एक चीज के पीछे नहीं भागना चाहिए. थैंक यू वेरी मच शिवम अग्रवाल,
yeah,
वंस अगेन थैंक यू वेरी मच.
yeah.